You always say my
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Lori. Go ahead. Keep going, Lori.
So I was chatting with you while we were off camera for a little bit, and we're looking forward to Martin Luther King Day coming soon. And I'm excited about it because Martin Luther King was such an inspiration for me. He was an activist, he was a scholar, he was a theologian, and he was a writer. And so I love reading his writing because I love to see how he thinks. And again, this is a man who is following the teachings of Jesus and kind of, if necessary, dragging us forward with this is what is the truth, right? And he talks about vision. This is my vision. This is my vision. And I've shared it with this community and they share my vision too. And it was explosive. And he talks, he's doing the thing I talked about with being peaceful. He's not talking about being peaceful. He's being peaceful. He's not fighting anybody. He says, I have a dream. Join me in this vision, right? And so he talks about the vision. And we love to think about Martin Luther King and to share his words, but you can't reduce him down to a simple quotation. He's the author of several books, okay? And so, like, I was reading one of his books. It'll come to me. But he told the story of the Good Samaritan. And I love it because the story of the Good Samaritan could be the story of walking into gang territory, right? So this Good Samaritan comes upon a person on the side of the road. And with my coach, I went to Israel. We were on that road on the way to Jericho. And Israel is rough and rocky. It's desert land. And so this Good Samaritan, this guy comes up and he comes upon someone who's in trouble. Now, he could have said, this is the teaching I got from Martin Luther King. He said he could have looked at that man and said, oh, this could be a trick. Here I am in this desert land behind a rocky area. If I stop, perhaps someone will come out of the rocks and attack me and rob me. But that's not what he did. He looked upon this man who was in trouble and he scooped him up and took him to a nearby inn. And he paid for his care and his lodging. And he said, this should take care of everything. But if it doesn't, I will return and pay you what you're owed. Please take care of this man. Now, the story of the Good Samaritan could have been the Bloods and the Crips. And he came into the neighborhood and he was a Blood and he was in Crip territory. But he knew right from wrong, right? He knew that maybe he's from another neighborhood, but here in this neighborhood that he was just passing through, there appears to be someone in trouble. So these stories that are in the Bible are illustrative of how we can be in the world. And so I think of Martin Luther King and his two major speeches as bookends. And he's saying at the beginning, I have a dream. Join me in this dream. I dream that my 4 children will be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. I was born in 1961. He gives that speech in 1963. That means I was alive. Now, for a period of time, recent period of time, I was really pissed off. Oh, I probably shouldn't say pissed off, but I was really angry. And I was looking around and I was saying, yeah, I want to put all these memes up and quote Martin Luther King. But the truth is, he's talking to us. He's talking to you. Are you judging people by the content of their character? Or are you first seeing what they look like and then making decisions about them? Because I was angry and looking at people and saying, and then I realized, it's like, well, it's not out there, it's you. Lori, are you doing that? Are you making assumptions about people? Are you looking at someone and making decisions about what they're thinking and what they believe about you when you can't know what's in their head? Lori, what are you doing? So stop thinking about what other people are doing. Look at yourself. And it's helped me a lot. So back to the bookends. He says, I have a dream. And then the night before he's murdered, he says, I've been to the mountaintop. I've been to the mountain and I've seen it. I know it's true. I know that this vision of peace and harmony exists because it exists in me. And I may not get there with you, but I know that it's going to come. So it's on us to be the people that he dreamed about, to live from that experience. It wasn't easy to walk and be peaceful in the face of violence, but we can be grateful for it. We can be grateful that someone did take the walk. And we can look for examples in our own life where we can be walking the path of peace. It calls upon each one of us to be peaceful in our thoughts, our interactions, and in our deeds. Live a life that brings honor to your spirit. Live a life that you can say, yes, I'm grateful for all that I have and for this breath that courses through me. And I will continue to serve in gratitude.
Amen. Yes. Yes. We will take Monday off, knowing why.
Knowing why.
Living from peace. Wow.
It's Monday reminder of who he was.
Yeah.
In Southern California, we celebrate something called the Season of Nonviolence. And it starts with Martin Luther King's birthday and ends on his death day. And so from January 15th to April 4th, we are reminded and we are in service.
Oh, well, great. And I want to put more information about that out as well. And so, yes, here we go.
Thank you, Judy. I love you so much.